Hi, welcome to this episode of the Fat Potato Podcast. Today we ask the question, what fictional world would you rather live in?
I think we'd have to establish a few rules though, As in, like, if you jumped into the fictional world, do you obtain anything from that fictional world? Like, I'm just trying to pick something generally. If you were in a world of, like, Bleach, like the anime, would you get spiritual pressure, or would you just be like a normal human and you can't do anything?
Or we could do both. One that if you could have the powers and stuff of the world, and one without.
One without, okay.
Okay.
So that's the hard part then, isn't it? If we do the one without first, as in you're just jumping into a world being the exact same person you are now, you're not given anything.
No. It's probably which one are you least likely to die in?
Yeah, exactly. Fictional worlds are pretty brutal. I mean, like, I don't know. If you pick one that's too safe, then it's just too boring, because then you're just going to live a normal life.
My first one, without any of the powers or anything of the world, would be the regular show world.
The regular show world. Yeah. Okay, could you elaborate on what this is?
It's basically every episode is just the friends just going out and doing stuff, which ends up being supernatural.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they just experience weird supernatural things.
Exactly. But they're all just regular friends, except birds and raccoons.
Right. Okay. And you'll be in that universe.
Exactly. I don't know.
That's just a normal human surrounded by birds and raccoons.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it?
No, it's...
Can you jump in at, like, any timeline of the story? Maybe if it's, like, at the end of the story or at the start of the story or somewhere in the middle?
Well, you can't really say by the story, right? It's just the universe in general, right?
Yeah, but you have to jump in at a certain point in the timeline, don't you?
Do you?
Well, you know, if you're going to pick, like, a movie or an anime or something, do you want to be in there before the events happen or after the events happen?
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, no, that was a pretty important
Okay,
detail.
alright.
Oh, man.
What's another world?
Where you don't get any of the inherent powers, or you're not sort of, like, given to you?
Yeah.
Is there any worlds where you can obtain them still if you're a normal human? Could you?
So I'm thinking, like, the Mass Effect world.
Mass Effect, okay.
Right, because the universe is awesome. You can be a regular person, build yourself up into, like, an awesome gun-wielding, person, right?
Kind of get cybernetic, like, enhancements and
Exactly.
shit. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Plus, there's, like, tons of awesome stuff to explore.
Yeah.
Different races and all that, different planets. Yeah.
I feel like if you jumped in the Elder Scrolls world, as much as it's, like, dangerous, you can learn practically, like, everything in the universe, can't you? Like, you can learn magic. You can go to, like, the academy and learn magic, can't you?
Maybe.
I'm thinking more Skyrim here.
Unless you're a villager and you can't learn anything.
But couldn't anyone go to the academy and learn magic? Do people have to inherently be...
The Dragonborn.
So,
Yeah,
I
they
think
don't have to be
it.
Dragonborn, but, like, just going to learn magic, right? You can still be a normal human and go learn magic.
Maybe you need to have some, like, ability at it first.
Yeah.
I don't know, because the Dragonborn can just do it. Like,
Yeah, I'd have to look more into the lore of the world then before I could pick that one.
So you're just like a dirt poor villager.
Well, you could
cutting
still...
your wood every day.
No, you could still learn to fight, and then you could still go adventuring, just like the Dragonborn. You just wouldn't have the powers of the Dragonborn, and you wouldn't have any magic. You could still, like, make your way. You could still become an assassin. You could still become a werewolf.
Sure, like 10 minutes out, you're like dead from like wolves attacking you.
Maybe. Well, if you're skilled enough, you might be able to last a bit. I don't know. You could train yourself up in the village or something. Who knows?
Maybe.
I'd like the potential of being able to learn magic, though. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm having trouble picking a world that, like, I'm just a normal person in. Like, most of them would be super boring or super dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, either I just wouldn't be involved in the cool stuff, or I'd be dead.
Just a bystander, just watching it all happen. Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
I don't know, I've been, like, super in the Zelda zone at the moment. I feel like some of the villages would be super sweet to live in, so...
Yeah.
Just imagine
Yes.
yourself as a cartoon version of yourself.
Yeah!
Or a complete real version of yourself in the cartoon world.
It's about perspective.
Yeah. I don't know. I just can't think of any world where you could still go and obtain something from that world. I feel like it'd be good as well that you could still return home from that world. Like the potential of that. See, like, one of the possibilities I was going to pick for the one where you could learn was Harry Potter. Because, like, even after the end of the school year, you could still go home and still, like, do whatever. And then just go back after the summer and then go back to magic and stuff. So you sort of get, you don't have to make any, like, full commitments because you still have your regular life if you want one.
Yeah.
Like,
But
it's still technically, like, real world. Like, the real world is still functioning outside of that
So I'm
world.
trying to think of a story that actually involves the real world in it that you still get to be a part of, even if you don't inherently get some sort of supernatural ability based on it.
The Deus Ex.
The Deus Ex.
Well, I guess that's kind of dystopian, sort of, I guess. So,
Mm.
but you do get all these awesome enhancements, right?
Yeah. What about fairy tale? Like the anime, as in like it's a world of magic, right? There's a lot of magic everywhere, but there are some people that don't have magic, but they use magic all the time, as in like enchantments of like, you know, their lights and everything are controlled by magic, and so all their utilities and things are magic. So even just living in a world like that, where you have magic all around you, even if you don't have the powers, you then can still benefit from everything else, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
You could still learn to fight as well. You'd probably not do so well against the wizards per se, but you could still be a soldier, I suppose, if you wanted to fight still.
I guess so.
Right. So what about a world that you can guarantee yourself getting whatever the abilities come from of that natural universe?
Oh, save me for last. I was still trying to decide.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
hard.
Well, Harry Potter, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's a pretty like.
that's a pretty.
good-
Well, yeah, I guess along the lines of before, is and yeah, you can guarantee that you're going to go learn whatever kind of magic, and then you can still go home at the end of the year and still have your life.
Yeah, unless you just end up as a muggle.
Yeah,
Just-
thankfully,
Super unfortunate.
These rules, yeah.
These rules allow for that to be a guarantee.
Yeah, magic, solution to everything.
Yes, magic is the solution to everything. So that's a bit boring. You gotta find something else.
Dude, there's so many I keep thinking, oh, that'd be cool, and then I think of the like story, and I'm like, nope, never mind.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit too dangerous. Yeah,
It's like Lord of the Rings. Oh, so cool. But then,
But then where would you?
it's like death and despair.
yeah,
everywhere.
it's like dragons killing everyone. It's like, oh no.
Yeah. It'd be the same solution to picking like Game of Thrones or something, isn't you're gonna get fucked up no matter where you are in the
Yeah.
world.
Unless, of course, you have main character protection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get plot armor.
But yeah.
Fucking sick. So you
You
just go
s-
along the whole story, do whatever you want, because you know you can't die. I mean, you're gonna get severely injured, but you can't die. So that's not bad.
Or how about the Rick and Morty world?
The Rick and Morty world. So
nah,
like,
I would avoid that.
I mean, it's
like,
bizarre as fuck, but
Yeah.
you'd get like, your world would just be destroyed, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You
Or
could
like-
guarantee jumping the universe with Rick into the next one, so it's like.
how about Gravity Falls, which is connected to Rick and Morty?
I actually haven't
Haven't
seen
seen it.
Gravity Falls.
Oh,
I know I need to.
Blast me.
What about like your Marvel and like X-Men like universe? Obviously, you could guarantee yourself some kind of mutant power.
But I feel like, I don't know, that world would be pretty rough to live in.
Yeah. Plus, like
it would
after
be, but it'd be pretty cool as
you
well.
guys have watched Logan, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So then you know it's going to go bad for the mutants.
Right.
Yeah.
So then you pick the timeline, either like way after or like way before all that happens.
Okay. Cool. Quicksilver's the best.
Quicksilver.
He's a fast guy.
awesome.
He's the
Yeah.
guy running
Yeah,
fast.
He's awesome. You just do whatever you want because no one can see you.
Yeah. See, no one catch up with you. Like speed wins.
Just be good at everything because you have time to think about it.
Yep.
Oh,
Get in a
dude.
fight. Just look at them for like 10 minutes.
Can you literally just like activate hyperspeed if you're sitting down, or do you
Yeah.
have to be running?
I don't. Yeah, I think he can just increase his speed, right?
I don't know.
So you can be like, I'm gonna write at super speed. I'm gonna think at super speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you know how in those scenes where he goes and saves a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time basically stops.
Yeah, and then he just like eats some stuff in between, and he just like keeps
Oh, he
going.
like stops and
Yeah.
eats.
Yeah.
Alright.
Jogs
and
around
Everyone
and-
else is like slow motion, and he's just
He's just walking around and just slowly helping people. And he can still go faster if he wants to. He's just cruising and shit.
Just
so cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
And people are like shooting bullets at you, and you just move them out of the way because you're so fast.
I always wonder how that would work, like how the physics would work if time was slowed. As in, obviously, that bullet still maintains all the potential of kinetic damage. If you touch the bullet, even in slow motion, would that still hurt you?
If you touch the bullet incredibly quickly.
Maybe
no,
nothing.
I don't. I mean,
Oh, true. Like if you touched it enough to actually affect the the direction.
Because it's also it's like ripping apart the air around it, isn't it? As well as it's passing through, it's breaking like the sound barrier and stuff. So then, even if you like put your finger near it, is that going to do anything to you?
okay, like I guess you could think of it as like you have some sort of plate or a metal board or something, and that you shoot it, and the exact moment you fling the board incredibly fast at the bullet, and it just affects the bullet, right?
Yeah, I guess that could technically work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you just don't go near the bullet at all, just to be safe.
Just run. But like in the
If it's heading
movies,
towards someone.
yeah, in the movies they move it away from all the
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they move it away out of the way and stuff. Bit of a tangent there, but
It's so cool.
it's just so cool. But yeah, if you can like pick your power and stuff, I suppose that would be a cool universe to live in too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really like think this topic through too much, so I don't really have any like solid ideas on what I would do. I mean, I had a few. But they're gone now.
They're gone.
Hmm.
I'm thinking of like worlds which are based in our current world,
Yeah,
which just
Yeah.
happens
Based
to
in
be
reality,
more
yeah.
awesome.
Which is why Bleach was like a good topic, because then you could still go be like a soul reaper and get your spiritual pressure and stuff.
That
And
means
then-
that hollows exist.
Yeah, and they're gonna hunt you down all the time, so you're gonna have to fight for your life. So that's not always the best option, especially if you have to leave your body lying around where you go and fight them.
What if you're Saitama from One Punch Man?
Oh fuck! If you literally get to be Saitama from One Punch Man,
You're invincible, and
Yeah.
everyone else, and then the community has like cool superheroes and stuff, and you get to join in all the cool superhero fights.
wouldn't that
Yeah,
be
that's
boring though? Eventually, because you'd literally be like
'Cause
Saitama and you
no
get
one
bored of
would
the
be a-
universe.
No one would be like trouble for you. You just one punch
Well, actually,
everyone.
you could fight Saitama and see how that goes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Just have an even match,
that
and
would be
no one ever
interesting.
It'd be
wins.
never ending.
I feel like that's a pretty overpowered though. If you literally
I
get
don't
to
know,
walk
but like
straight
living,
into that
living
universe.
in the universe seems pretty cool to me.
Are you serious?
Why not? If you
The cities.
if you have the superpowers, right?
Hey.
Not as a general like a regular person, because that would probably suck, right?
No shit. The cities get destroyed on a daily basis. Alright, but then like you'd have to deter what kind of power you could get. I mean, it's so diverse in terms of what powers that they have. I mean, you're like A class, B class. I mean, can you even do anything at all?
Yeah, if you have Saitama level powers,
Okay.
S plus.
Saitama level powers.
You're like
triple
main
S.
character powers.
You're like super low key, and people think you're like, you know, was he C class or whatever?
So D class, yeah, because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just failed the tests or whatever. So then everyone just disrespects you and shit, and you just fucking.
I just like how he aces all the physical tests,
Yeah, and still gets D.
and it's like what? And he fails all the written tests. I think that's pretty cool.
It'd be a cool universe, but yeah, you'd have to have some level of strength to be able to survive the daily life in that world.
For sure.
It's far too dangerous.
Play video games all day, just like Saitama and King.
And then just go out every now and then and fight something and come home.
Cool.
It'd be pretty cool, I guess.
It's like the Boku no Hero Academia world. It'd be kind of cool. It's like same deal, but you get to go to high school with like superheroes.
Yeah.
It's like superhero high school.
So it's kind of like, yeah, it's like you get like a mutant power from X-Men basically. You get a quirk or whatever, and then you can basically go and learn how to use that, which is.
Yeah, if I was
which is
gonna pick
pretty
like an X-Men like world, I'd pick one where the like mutations are actually acceptable.
Yeah. It's actually a universe where they actually like welcome that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So that's probably a good pick, yeah. What kind of power would you have though? I mean, would you have to pick a pre-existing power, or could you sort of think of something new that's not totally overpowered?
Yeah, that's hard. I can't think of, like, I haven't watched it for a while, so I can't think of any off the top of my head. There were some cool ones though.
Yeah, I only watched like the first couple episodes, and obviously thought the protagonist, like best friend rival guy, had one of the most ridiculously overpowered skills. He could just like
He just blows
explode.
shit up.
He could just explode from the sweat in his hands, and he can just like fucking. And his like outfit is like grenades and shit with his hands. He just explodes things. It's so overpowered, man. It's so good.
I think there was a chick that can control gravity, which I think is a really cool power.
Yeah,
Like,
but
if
she has
you
to like
played
just
Gravity
like
Rush-
touch it though, doesn't she?
Oh, that's true.
So if she doesn't touch it, she can't control its gravity.
I want like Gravity Rush style gravity control, where you control your
Gravity
own
Rush
gravity.
is awesome.
So cool.
I don't know what that is.
Like you can do like localized gravity changes, so like you kick things really hard by falling towards things.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's cool.
So you can just control the physics and gravity of fucking basically anything you want.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, how about the worst universes to be in?
Hunger
Attack on
Games.
Titan.
Oh, yep. And you win.
If you're in a walled-off society with like things attacking you all the time, I
Yeah.
guess.
Especially since the people in that don't have any powers, which means you don't have free access to the military gear anyway, and
Yeah,
you
but-
still don't stand a fucking chance.
Even the people who do have the military gear and
Yeah,
the powers are
fucked
still
up.
pretty fucked.
Yeah. So that world's pretty much GG from the get-go. I mean, like
No, Berserk is worse
Berserk,
Yeah.
because
Golden Age, or the one afterwards.
all of it.
All of it doesn't matter.
Because it's not just like, wow, we can see these crazy titans attacking us. It's you have unknown horrors which are just manipulating things in the background
Yeah, demons and
and
fucking
like
whatever.
horrific,
Yeah.
horrific things.
Dude.
It's so dark.
it's not going into any more detail if you haven't seen Berserk.
So good though.
It'll scar you. Anyway, What else would be a terrible world? Well, I guess the One Punch Man world would fucking suck if you didn't have any powers.
Wouldn't be too bad. Everything's lighthearted, you know.
Everything's lighthearted except for your life.
You know, you have that butt chin kid.
That wouldn't be your life.
You just laugh at him every day.
Until your city gets fucking wiped out by the next big guy that's coming to destroy your universe. Oh god.
I think the scariest worlds are where the threats are there and you know the threats, but you can't do anything about it, and it's not like obvious. Like it's less scary to have a giant spider than it is to have something like tiny and little you can't really see because you don't know where it is.
That's debatable, man.
So, because you know where the giant spider is, right? It's huge, right? It's like, oh, it's right there. It could be fast, but it's right there.
Yeah, but if it's right here,
But if
I'm
it's-
fucking done.
But if it's like ghostly, like it's got like supernatural kind of, I mean,
The unknown.
everything. Yeah, exactly. The unknown is scary.
The fear of the unknown is always scary, but I think, you know, even the legitimate threats that are in your face can be just as fucking scary. I mean, because you can close yourself off from the unknown. You can literally use your own ignorance to cloud
Can
yourself.
you, if it's like hitting you in the face, I mean,
If it's hitting you in the face, but again, if it's something that you don't know is like there or whatever.
so your skin's perpetually crawling, and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna annoy this.
I don't know, like, a fucking giant spider's pretty scary, bro. I don't know.
I don't know, like paranormal activity. You know something's there, but you don't know what it is.
Yeah, but like obviously the way that they obviously like direct those is to really make it like really fucking horror-ish and stuff, like intentionally.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think I would be as fucking scared or intimidated. I don't know. I would probably just leave. I mean,
Move out. Like,
Change house.
Yeah.
All good. Problem solved.
exactly. Try and get away from a giant fucking spider.
Yeah, like in Harry Potter, the giant spiders are not that scary.
They certainly are, sir. They certainly are, sir. Fucking giant spider in the Lord of the Rings.
it's probably like an arachnophobia thing, because my biggest fear about spiders is that they're tiny and I'm scared of losing them. Like, if I can see it, I'm like, this is
exactly.
fine, stay where you are. But the instant it's gone, I'm moving out.
Yeah, I have
I'm
that
done.
on the tenfold extent of everything else that comes with it. Lose a giant spider.
So you feel something tickling your ear,
Mhm.
and then you feel it go into your ear,
Nope.
and then
No.
whoop.
Can we not?
You don't
Yeah,
feel
can
anything
we
in there.
Can we please not go into the details?
Oh, okay.
I'm already scarred enough for life as it is.
Alright, what's another universe which is terrible?
That just sucks outright. It's basically all the universes where you don't get anything.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
everybody else has something.
How about a universe where you have awesome powers, but the universe still sucks?
Oh, okay. So, like, you're cleaning up the universe.
Or maybe you have the powers, but you can't do anything about it.
Oh, okay. What kind of universe would this be, sir?
Good question.
Yeah.
Good question.
We're having a brainstorm.
Yeah, you can always edit the
You
video.
can cut it.
You can always cut it. I knew this would be a tough one.
Note to self.
I knew this would be a tough one. Just because, yeah, this is one that you really want time to, like, think about and write down.
Post-apocalyptic ones.
Yeah.
Like, just crazy zombies outside, constant fear.
Game of Thrones would be one of the worst ones to live in, I suppose.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough about that, but
Yes, apparently you don't, and so we can't talk about it.
I'll get around to it. I only have to watch like a week straight to finish it, but
There's not much that you would be spoiled on that you probably don't know about that's already incredibly dangerous within that world. So, you know.
what's up with the three-eyed crow?
Oh, that's Brandon Stark's sort of journey and plot and stuff.
Okay.
And you find more about the three-eyed raven and stuff later on. Look, do you want to be spoiled or not?
I do not.
Exactly, don't ask the
I do
questions.
not.
Don't
I
ask
do
the
not.
questions.
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age. Which one?
I haven't played it, but I know a bit about it.
Like the first,
It's-
well, I guess the first one and the second one are both intertwined, but I mean,
It's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool. You get all these magical powers.
That's cool.
You go on crazy quests. And yeah. I wonder how. I mean, in all these games, you go on like tons of quests and stuff, right? But in reality, I mean, would it be actually any good, or would it just be annoying? These strangers come up to you, and say, "Can you help me carry my food over 100 meters,
What?
and I'll let it.
It depends the kind of person you are. Are you a helper? Like,
And could you do this another 20 times?
just grind the daily repeatable or something.
Oh, here's 20 cents.
20 silver or something.
Noctis's power in Final Fantasy is pretty cool.
What's that?
Like,
Throws the sword
he
and
just,
blinks
like,
to it and stuff.
pulls swords out of nowhere, and then you can like throw it and then
And blink to
materialize
it,
where it
yeah.
is. It's fucking
Ooh,
cool. You
kind
can like phase through shit. Like,
Yeah, I've actually, yeah.
Kind of
pretty
like Dishonored.
Is it like this?
I haven't played Dishonored,
It's great.
but maybe.
Top game. Basically, he can like blink to places. Like, yeah, basically teleportation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think that about wraps that
I think
episode
we
up.
just figured out every universe that we could think of.
Alright, thanks for watching or listening to another episode of That Potato Podcast. See you next time.